carbohydrates, protein, lipid, and nucleic acids. So we have started. What are the macromolecules? The large molecules composed of thousands of covalently connected atoms. Thus, because they are covalently connected, so their structure is and function is inseparable. We have started about the monosaccharides, the carbohydrates. The macromolecules are maybe polysaccharides, and the polysaccharides are made of lots of monosaccharides. Mono means one, single, and poly means many. And these monosaccharides are the building blocks of the carbohydrate or the sugar.
ম্যাম,
Hmm.
ম্যাম
What?
অ্যাকচুয়ালি আমাদের আরেকটা ক্লাসে না অ্যাটেন্ডেন্স চলছে, তো ওখানে অনেকে ওয়েট করছে, তো একটু দাঁড়িয়ে
আচ্ছা
যাবেন তো?
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা ওকে ঠিক আছে আর কত মিনিট দেবো বল 5 মিনিট
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ, ঠিক আছে।
ঠিক আছে so in yesterday class
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
uh, please mute okay so in yesterday class I started the biomolecules the organic molecules made by all the living organisms consist of mostly the basic elements are carbon hydrogen and oxygen. Carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, and nucleic acid are the four major biomolecules or the macromolecules. I have discussed about the monomer, the unit of any carbohydrate. The monomer is the building block or the unit, and poly means the many. Mono means one. So polymer is consisting of many monomers. Then the basic formula for monosaccharide this is CH2O. Multiplication of CH2O this is the basic formula. So glucose is the first or the simplest monosaccharide or the carbohydrate that is C6H12O6 most common monosaccharide. This is the সব থেকে simplest monosaccharide. Then two types of in location of carbonyl group and the number of carbon skeleton. The monosaccharides can be classified into two forms, aldose or ketose. Structure দেখিয়েছিলাম কাল. What are the aldose? These are the aldose or the aldose structure and the ketose. The structure of or the location of carbonyl group CO group and the number of carbons present in the carbon skeleton. In this basis, two types of monosaccharides are present that can be aldose or ketose. These are the triose type, 3 carbon sugar, 1, 2, 3. 3 carbons are present. These are pentose. Ribose are pentose. Ribose in form of aldose and ribulose in form of ketose. These are 5 carbon sugars or pentose. Pentose means 5. Triose, tri means 3. Hexose, 6. Glucose and these are the structure of glucose. So see the basic structure. একটা দুটো মনে রাখলেই হবে সব মনে রাখা দরকার নেই so this is 3 carbon sugar the aldose and the ketose form glyceraldehyde and dihydroxyacetone pentose sugar ribose and ribulose glucose galactose these are aldose type and fructose is ketose type. You see the carbon number is 6 because of hexose. Hexose means hexa means 6. So up to this call হয়েছিল then from these oligosaccharides. So these are the monosaccharides. These are monosaccharides, the monomers. Now we'll study about oligosaccharides. What are the oligosaccharides? They contains 2 to 10 monosaccharides units. 2 to 10 monosaccharides join together and make a oligosaccharide. By the bond, এই বন্ডটাকে কি বলে glycosidic bond. By the bond they are joining, that bond is called glycosidic bond. On hydrolysis, they gives 2 to 10 molecules of simple sugar units. Hydrolysis হলে ওরা কি দেবে 2 to 10 simple monosaccharide units. They are subdivided based on the number of monosaccharide units. They can be disaccharide, trisaccharide, tetrasaccharide, or pentasaccharide. Again, di 2, tri 3, tetra 4, penta 5. আগেরটা কি হচ্ছিল? Hexose. They are all monosaccharide. Hexose for 6, pentose for 5, triose for 3. But these are monosaccharide, the monomers. And in case of oligosaccharide, they are composed of many monomers, many monosaccharides, disaccharide, trisaccharide, tetrasaccharide. So এটার হাইড্রোলাইসিস করলে দুটো মনোস্যাকারাইড পাওয়া যাবে, ডাইস্যাকারাইড। এটার হাইড্রোলাইসিসে তিনটে মনোস্যাকারাইড পাওয়া যাবে। We will get 4 monosaccharides on the hydrolysis of tetrasaccharide. আসছি আমি এখানে। So first the classification of oligosaccharides. Examples: on the basis of number of carbons, 2 for disaccharides. They can be maltose, lactose, or sucrose. So the hydrolysis of maltose, we get 2 glucose molecules, 2 glucose monosaccharides, and this is disaccharide. For in case of lactose, we get 1 glucose and 1 galactose. For the sucrose, we get 1 glucose and 1 fructose. Then coming to trisaccharide, number of carbon present is 3. Raffinose, we get 1 glucose, 1 fructose, and 1 galactose. Tetrasaccharide, 4. Stachyose, we get 2 galactose, 1 glucose, and 1 fructose. Pentasaccharide, Varvacose, 3 galactose, 1 glucose, and 1 fructose. একটা দুটো মনে রাখলেই হবে। If example come, the example of a disaccharide, maltose is glucose plus glucose, and for lactose, glucose plus galactose. So again, what is glycosidic bond I was talking about? The disaccharide is formed when a dehydration reaction joins two monosaccharide. When a dehydration reaction occurs, একটা জল water molecule বেরিয়ে যাবে, that is called dehydration. Dehydration মানে কি? জল বেরিয়ে যাওয়া। Dehydration হয় আমাদের যখন শরীর থেকে or the body loses water, that is called dehydration. So disaccharide forms when a dehydration reaction occurs. Two monosaccharide molecules are joined together, and you can see 2H and O molecule is removed from that two molecules. This covalent bond is called glycosidic linkage, and এই বন্ডটাকে বলছে glycosidic linkage or glycosidic bond. This is a disaccharide. Then coming to polysaccharide. Polymers of sugars have storage and structural roles. The structures and function of polysaccharide are determined by its sugar monomer and the position of glycosidic linkage. This position of glycosidic linkage and the sugar monomer is determined its structure or function. How? I'm coming to that. First, let us talk about some storage polysaccharides. Starch is a storage polysaccharide present in plants mainly, consists entirely of glucose molecules. All glucose molecules are present in case of starch. Plants store surplus starch as granules within chloroplast and other plastids. Plastids, chloroplast are the cell organelle in case of plants. In the classification module I have discussed. So starch is stored inside this chloroplast or other type of plast, amyloplast, then chromoplast. Starch is stored. Then this is simplest form of starch. The simplest form of starch is amylose. This is polysaccharide. Please note it. Polysaccharide. Many glucose molecules are present inside that. Then glycogen is a multi-branch polysaccharide of glucose that serves a form of energy storage in animals. So in animals, glycogen is present, and in case of plants, the storage molecule of the polysaccharide at present is the starch. In animals, fungi and bacteria, it can be present mainly in animals. The polysaccharide structure represents the main storage form of glucose in the body in case of animals. So we see in case of plants, that is starch, the simplest starch is amylose, the chain, simple একটা chain type এর থাকে. Then glycogen হচ্ছে multi-branched. You see, it's multi-branched polysaccharide. It is simple, linear. And in case of glycogen, it is multi-branched polysaccharide. Multi-branched. অনেক branches থাকে. So that is glycogen, storage polysaccharide of animals. Structural polysaccharide in cellulose is the major component that cell wall is composed of cellulose. Whose cell wall? Plant cell wall. Tough cell wall is made up of cellulose, that is one type of starch, polysaccharide. Like starch, cellulose is a polymer of glucose, but the glycosidic linkage differs. Glycosidic linkage differs, that's why the structure differs. The difference is based on the two ring forms of the glucose, alpha and beta ring. This is called alpha glucose and this is beta glucose. This is the basic structure of glucose. But এরকম ring structure থাকে pentose. I have talked before glucose. Sorry, glucose hexose. 6 carbon is present. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. This is a ringed structure. So different OH টা different জায়গাতে link থাকে বলে this is alpha glucose and when it is joined here this is called beta glucose. Two type of glucose are there, alpha glucose and beta glucose. You see the starch 1,4 linkage of alpha glucose monomers and for cellulose this is difference 1,4 linkage of beta glucose monomers. OH গুলো এরকম ভাবে থাকে and this is linear structure. Starch বলছিলাম এক্ষুনি linear and in case of cellulose OH is linked in here. In case of this is here. Structure you don't need have to remember all these. This is little complex. Glucose টা এটা মনে রাখলেই হবে. This one or these two. This one. Alpha and beta glucose ring structure in case of glucose. This is the simple structure of glucose and this is alpha structure when OH is joined here and for beta glucose OH is joined here. Just simple. একটা মনে রাখলেই হবে. Just alpha তে নিচে বসাবি and in case of beta এখানে. These are the microfibril structure. কিরকম ভাবে starch and glucose monomer joined হচ্ছে. Cellulose কিরকম ভাবে তৈরি হচ্ছে সেটা দেখাচ্ছে. Don't need this. Okay. The enzyme that digests starch by hydrolyzing alpha linkage can hydrolyze beta linkage in cellulose. So the enzymes that can hydrolyze this alpha glucose cannot hydrolyze beta glucose. Different enzyme is needed. Cellulose in human food passes through the digestive tract as insoluble fiber. The humans cannot digest the cellulose fibers, but the cattle can. Some cattle, cows, they can. Why? Some microbes use enzymes to digest cellulose. These microbes, many herbivores from cows to termites, have symbiotic relationship with these microbes. They have these microbes present with their guts. So these microbes help to digest cellulose, so they can digest cellulose. But we can't. We the humans don't have any these type of microbes that can synthesize digest cellulose, so we can't digest cellulose. They remove from our digestive tract as insoluble fiber. Up to this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Any question, any doubt, please ask. This is then coming to proteins. What are the proteins? Proteins account for more than 50% of the dry mass of most of the cells. In case of animals, in case of plants, protein accounts more than 50% of dry mass. Protein functions include structural support, storage, transport, cellular communications, movement, and defense against foreign substances. These are the functions of proteins. Amino acid monomers. The monomer of protein are the amino acids. that are organic molecules with carboxyl and amino group. This is the basic structure for all the proteins or the amino acid, the monomer of the protein. This is the amino group NH2 amino group, and this is carboxyl group COO. This is unique for all the amino acids. And the R groups, this is variable, these two are constant. This R group is variable or the variant. This is changing in case of different amino acids. These are the structures for all the amino acids. Last one is glycine. You see, this is amino group, this is carboxyl group, and the remaining part is the R group. In case CH3, in this case, this is changing, but this remains constant, NH2 and COO. This remains constant for in case of every amino acid. You see, in case of this, NH2COO is constant, but the R group is changing. This is changing. So don't have to remember all these structures, just remember 1 to 2 structure, glycine or alanine. সবগুলো লেখার কোনো দরকার নেই. These are the complex structures. আমরা ধরো মনে থাকে না. You don't have to. Then coming to amino acids are linked by peptide bonds. A polypeptide amino acids peptide bond দিয়ে link থাকে যখন অনেক amino acid is the monomer and the 2 or 3 amino acids join together and make a polypeptide or a protein. So যে বন্ডটি join হচ্ছে that is called peptide bonds. A polypeptide is a polymer of amino acids. Polypeptides range in length from a few to more than 1,000 monomers. Few to 1,000 monomers of polypeptides join together and make a large protein. Each polypeptide has a unique linear sequence of amino acids with carboxyl end is called C-terminus and an amino end called N-terminus. This is called the C-terminus carboxyl end, and the N-terminus is called the amino group is called the N-terminus. যখন অনেকগুলো জয়েন করছে, অনেক monomer units join together and form a unique protein or a complex protein. How they are joining? I am showing here. You see, this is how they are joining. This is called the carboxyl end, and this is amino end. By using peptide bond, they are joining. And again, dehydration occurs. Water molecule removes, and again, two molecules are joined with another molecule, and this is how this is called the backbone, and this is the side chains. This is the main backbone of the monomer units or the amino acid units. So two amino acid units join together by using a peptide bond. Then again, another amino acid molecule come and join together by CNN. CNN এর মধ্যে bonding হচ্ছে. This bond is called peptide bond. And how it is formed? By removing of water or dehydration of water. So this is forming. Now talking about essential amino acids. Amino acids are monomer of the proteins. Essential amino acid is an amino acid that cannot be synthesized itself by the organism, usually humans, and therefore must be supplied in the diet. These amino acids cannot be synthesized by ourselves. 10 amino acids are essential amino acids, mainly 10. They are কারা এটা মনে রাখতে হবে, and the difference can become difference between essential and non-essential amino acids. So they are arginine, histidine, then isoleucine, leucine, lysine, methionine, phenylalanine, THR for threonine, TRP for tryptophan, and VAL for valine. These are the short form of the name of the essential amino acids. These must obtain from the diet. An adequate diet must contain these essential amino acids. These are necessary or essential. So in adequate diet, this amino acid must contain. Typically, they are supplied by meat and dairy products. Essential dairy products like milk, then cheese. These are the dairy products. Essential amino acid helps the body function and regulate neurotransmitters. Who are the neurotransmitters? The chemical in the brain that control mood and behavior. These are called neurotransmitters. So these essential amino acids help in body function and regulate the neurotransmitter by controlling mood and behavior. A lack of essential amino acid can cause emotional or physical difficulties and lead to health disorder. Then coming to non-essential amino acids. Who are these non-essential amino acids? These are the rest of the amino acids which are synthesized in the body mostly from carbohydrates, an amount enough for adults and growing children. They are usually synthesized in our body. They are non-essential. So lists essential in histidine, isoleucine, leucine, lysine, methionine, phenylalanine, threonine, tryptophan, valine, and arginine. These are essential types. And non-essential types, alanine, aspartate, cysteine, glutamate, glutamine, glycine, proline, serine, tyrosine, and asparagine. asparagine. These are the non-essential types. So if example comes that like that, name give an example of essential amino acid, you can write one of these. And no example of non-essential amino acid, you can write proline, glycine, anything. And important question from this chapter: difference between essential and non-essential amino acid. This is important. So essential amino acids cannot be synthesized by the human body, but the non-essential type can be synthesized. Essential must be obtained from the dairy diet. From the daily diet, we can obtain from the meat and dairy products can be synthesized by human body. Essential types are known as indispensable amino acids. These are essential or indispensable types, but non-essential essentials are dispensable amino acids. Adults cannot synthesize 9 amino acids, but adults can synthesize 11 amino acids in case of non-essential types. Example include you can include any kind of example: histidine, isoleucine, leucine, lysine, methionine, and for these alanine, asparagine, aspartic acid, cysteine, glutamic acid. দু একটা মনে রাখলেই হবে. Then next, simple proteins, conjugated proteins, and derived proteins. Simple proteins are called the simplest one, made of amino acid units only, joined by peptide bonds. This is peptide bonds. This is peptide bonds. Two or three or many amino acid can be joined by using peptide bonds. So these are simple proteins. Upon hydrolysis, they yield mixture of amino acids and nothing else. Upon hydrolysis only we can get 1, 2, 3 amino acid units in case of this bond, this protein unit or polypeptide. So made up of only amino acid units. These are called simple proteins. Example of simple proteins: albumin, globulins, gluteins, albuminoids. These are the example of simple proteins. Then coming to conjugated protein. Composed of simple proteins combined with a non-protein substance. Protein part and plus non-protein part is called conjugated proteins. This non-proteinous substance is called prosthetic group or a cofactor. So conjugated protein is made up of protein parts made up of amino acids, and a non-protein part is called prosthetic group or a cofactor. Nucleoproteins, glycoproteins, phosphoproteins, or hemoglobins is conjugated protein. You know all about hemoglobin. This is a conjugated protein. It has a protein part made up of all the amino acids and a prosthetic group or a cofactor. Then coming to a more complex form, derived protein. Not naturally occurring. They are not naturally occurring. Obtained from simple proteins by the action of enzymes and chemical agents. result from hydrolysis of proteins. These are derived proteins. Peptones, peptides, proteases. This is one type of enzyme. These are derived proteins, more complex form. So simple, then conjugated, then derived. These are the three types of proteins present in our body. So coming to then next, structure and function of protein. Functional protein consists of one or more polypeptides precisely twisted, folded and coiled into a unique shape. Protein has four types of structures. This is in basis of protein function. Three types: simplest, conjugated and derived. But a protein has four types of structure or four levels of structure: primary, secondary, tertiary and quaternary. First primary structure of protein is the unique sequence of amino acid, linear structure of proteins. This is primary structure. Only linear structure. Linear amino acid sequence are joined linearly. No branch or chain structure is there seen there. That is called the primary structure of protein. This is the simplest structure. Then coming to secondary structure. Found in most proteins, consist of coils and folds in the polypeptide chain. In this polypeptide chain, many coils and folds can be seen. That is secondary, little complex than primary. Then coming more complex tertiary structure is determined by the interaction among various side chains or the R groups. R groups I have taught before. What is an R group? These are the R groups. This R groups is changing. In case of amino acid, these R groups change হয় কি অনেক R groups থাকে, that is coiled and twisted. Interaction among various side chains, এই R গ্রুপগুলোর মধ্যে interaction হয়, and a coiled structure is seen, more complex than secondary structure, that is called tertiary structure of protein. Then again, the most complex structure, quaternary structure, results when a protein consists of multiple polypeptide chains. One by one I'm coming. This is the primary structure. The sequence of amino acids in a protein is like order of the letters in a long word, in a long chain, long simple chain. In primary structure, it is determined by the inherited genetic information. You all know that from DNA, RNA is made, and from RNA, protein is made. That protein is making from the DNA by the process called central dogma. That protein is primary structure of protein. Simple structure of protein is formed when a gene is expressed or a gene functions. Then ওইটা তৈরি হওয়ার পরে the primary protein, after the formation of the primary protein by central dogma process, then it is coiled, twisted and coiled and makes secondary structure, then tertiary structure, then quaternary structure after that. So coming to next, secondary structure. You see many simple primary structures joined together by hydrogen bond and make a secondary structure protein. This is called this is the hydrogen bond and this is called beta plated sheets. Then tertiary structure, determined by the interaction between the R groups. These are the R groups. The R groups. This is amino group, carboxyl group, COO, and apart from that, this is the R groups. These are the R groups, all the R groups. This is changing. So, in interaction of these R groups, making tertiary structure of protein, more complex than secondary structure, rather than interaction between backbone constituents. So the side chain reaction interactions, the side chains, to these side chains, the reaction occurs. These side chains, these R groups, interact with them and make the tertiary structure. This R group's interaction includes the hydrogen bonds, ionic bonds, and the hydrophobic interaction and van der Waal interaction. Four type of interaction occurs: hydrogen bonding, ionic bonds, hydrophobic interaction, and van der Waals interaction. কেমিস্ট্রিতে সবাই পড়েছিস, don't think elaborate করতে হবে. Then strong covalent bonds called disulfide bridges may reinforce the protein structure. Strong covalent bond. Covalent bond is most strong type of bond. Disulfide bridges is formed where I'm showing this is the disulfide bridges. Strong covalent bond. This is ionic bond. This is hydrophobic interaction and van der Waal interaction between this, and this is hydrogen bond. Four type of bonds are seen. Five types. Five types. And this is disulfide bonds, or called disulfide bridges in between two sulfur bonds. So this is tertiary structure. After that, quaternary structure, the most complex type of structure, that is quaternary structure. Okay, any questions in this? বুঝতে পারিস নি এরকম কিছু আছে? I'll keep the PPT, then read 1 to 2 times. If any doubts occur, please ask me in the next class, Monday class I think. There একটা small part আছে before nucleic acid. I'll finish that. Enzyme. Enzyme is a type of protein. It lowers the energy needed to start a chemical reaction. Enzyme definition is, it lowers is a type of protein that lowers the energy needed to start a chemical reaction. It doesn't change, it remains the same, but it helps to lower the energy needed to start a chemical reaction. That is called an enzyme. It is like a catalyst in chemical reaction. So it breaks down the food we eat and build other proteins by dehydration synthesis. It is sensitive to pH and temperature. One example, it can be when high fever occurs, enzyme lose its ability to work. যখন আমাদের জ্বর হয়, high fever হয়, we don't want to eat, আমাদের খেতে ইচ্ছা করে না, appetite চলে যায়, just because of enzyme in the high temperature in our body, enzyme cannot function properly. So আমরা যা খাই আমাদের সহ্য হয় না, খেতে ইচ্ছা করে না, appetite চলে যায়, because of that, the high temperature, because it is temperature and pH sensitive. It has very specific actions. Example, amylase, which breaks starch into simple sugars. It is reusable. Again, it is reusable. One enzyme একটা reaction-এ কাজ করার পরে then can be used again to another reaction. One type of protein, it is enzyme. Enzyme নিয়ে একটা আলাদা module আছে, sir will teach about that. Okay. Should I start DNA RNA or no?
Ma'am, first please start from next day.
ওকে, নেক্সট ডে। বুঝতে পারছি আগের ক্লাসটা অনেক কন্টিনিউ হয়েছে, বিধ্বস্ত লাগছে, তো ঠিক আছে। তোরা এগিয়ে আছিস, প্রবলেম নেই, তোদের ডিপার্টমেন্ট সবচেয়ে এগিয়ে আছে, হয়ে যাবে, ডোন্ট ওয়ারি। আই উইল শেয়ার দিস। আজই দিয়ে দেবো, পড়তে চাস? 1 week আছে। আই উইল
Yes,
শেয়ার
ma'am.
টুডে, I'll
Okay,
share
ma'am.
today, then you can read that and please give me the attendance. আপডেট করে দিলেই হবে আজকের মধ্যে। ওকে, ছেড়ে দিচ্ছি, বাই ফর টুডে।
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
থ্যাংক ইউ।
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Welcome everyone.
Thank you, ma'am.